Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Friday, the 11th of September. Somber day here around the world and in the markets. Um, this is our weekly recap, goes out to all my members and everybody on my email list and on YouTube who follows me. If you're interested in learning more about me, please visit me at smartoptiontrading.com and you can click on live trading alerts to learn more about what I do. Okay, so let's just go right to the weekly chart, the daily chart here on the SPY and talk about what's been going on here. So, last week we noticed that the VIX, for the last couple of weeks, the VIX has been not acting correctly. We've had an uncorrelated market. That means the VIX was going up while the SPY was going up. They're supposed to go in opposite directions. And, last week I started saying, be careful. And finally, last Thursday, we got the break. We got a quick 10% correction down here onto Monday. Tuesday, you got this big gap up. I'm sorry, Monday. Here's your Tuesday. Wednesday, we got this big gap up, right? On Wednesday, could not break resistance. And this is what becomes important, guys. You see this dotted line? That represents the grudge zone. This is the place where we have to get above. You have all these pivots here with the candles. You have a tail here, an open here, a wick here, a wick here, a wick here. And that 242.50 area, it's not exact, it's close enough, became the point of where the bears made their stand. And they were able yesterday to push us back down. We had a small gap up today, couldn't hold it, but ultimately we went down and held the 50-day today on a day where volume has been lower than it's been the last week. We're only at 62 million shares with about 30 minutes to go. Right? We did hold the 50-day back here on Tuesday morning. And then we came up off of it. So bottom line is the markets have found a way to hold in here so far. We'll see where we go. Everything here is holding in just fine, but the market's saying, hey, wake up, pay attention to me, be careful, I'm not acting right. Now, whether it's just September shenanigans or worry about a contested election, which there's a lot of fear about right now on that, we don't know. All we know is the market here is not acting well. Specifically, when you look what's going on, it's tech. Tech here is getting just absolutely killed. And we've seen this. This was the first to start showing weakness on Wednesday of last week. And here it is, coming to the 50-day a couple of times, went well below it today before rebounding to close back on it. So you really need these to retake the 21 and the 8 days on the moving averages. If you want any hope, you look at the VIX. The VIX here, look at this candle today. Even though the market's not at highs of the day, the VIX is on the lows of the day. So we're seeing, again, this continuation of this very strange activity with the VIX and the markets. But the VIX is saying here, we're not in trouble here. We're back below the 200-day. We're on the lows of the day, the 21-day. Everything looks good. The HYG here holding in just fine today. These are the high yield corporate junk bonds. As we look into next week, we have a full week next week. We have options expiration for the month of September next week. And we have the Fed next Wednesday, where I believe because the government has let us down and not done any stimulus, they will announce some other package that'll probably prop the market up. At the very least, they're going to be extremely dovish here going into this because our government is not doing anything. They're sitting on the sidelines right now, and we can't get a deal through. So what does that mean? What was there to do this week? Well, the great thing about this week, and it was a great week to trade, there was a lot of trades to be had and a lot of good trades to be had in this market. I hate this company. I think they're a complete fraud. But NKLA, Tuesday gave beautiful trades, one pre, one during market hours here, nice little action, and this thing on that gap up. Now all the way back down lower, I do think they're a fraud company. I would never own it. I would only trade it. Apple gave trades this week, but again, look how weak it is. Not quite to the 50-day. Acting weak. There's been put buying it all week. Cannot regain the 8 days. So right now, Apple's out of play. They have an event next week. NVIDIA, again, one of the stronger semis, gave trades. I did not trade NVIDIA particularly well this week. I made money on it, but got lucky a couple times, including today where I got real lucky on a trade and managed to get out intact after being in big trouble. Can't hold the 8 day. Again, a warning sign. Same thing with AMD. So a lot of these names here are hurting. Tesla also giving trades this week, filled this gap up, most of this gap, but couldn't push above the 8 day and still weak here, but 50-day support. So you have a lot of names here that right now are saying we don't know what to do. We're not sure what we want to do. Microsoft also in that same boat, well below the 50-day, showing a lot of weakness. DraftKings was one of the stars of the week, 3 days worth of trades. I didn't trade this every day this week, but I made great money on this yesterday. Beautiful move up here, Now we'll see what happens after the NFL season this week and see if it sets up for a move to take out the all-time high, which it did in the pre-market hours but couldn't hold it. Bottom line is, the market here is showing weakness. We continue to see Walmart trying to hold on. There was a lot of buying in the September 141 calls today in Walmart. Weak here because it sounds like China's not going to let BitDance sell TikTok easily. So, that's getting beaten up on that. We'll see those buyings were for that. Snap, we saw a big roll today into the October 27 calls from the September 26 calls. And then again, this is if TikTok doesn't get bought, this is good for Snap, right? Snap's at a breakout level here to try to push back up. Again, you just look around what was going on this week. We saw the industrials start taking the lead, the Dow components, rotation. Look at Caterpillar strong up here today. Made a high on Wednesday. Nice move today. Dow Chemicals today, strong move. Boeing had a nice move today as well off the lows. McDonald's here has been screaming up here, almost all-time highs or damn close to it. Not 100% sure. FedEx, which reports next week, another one that's a very strong move. And we continue to see these big, strong moves into rotation into the industrials and the Dow components. They've been lagging. So does this continue? It could. Where do we go next week? I don't know. My crystal ball says we don't know. I'll do charts either tomorrow or on Sunday because of football. I don't want to get caught up in it. But right now, all we know is this. The markets have held the 50-day. We have resistance here on the SPY at 240-250. The Qs are the weak link. If they start coming after the Qs, that means the market's probably going to turn back up. If we can't hold the 50 days on these, then we're probably going to go lower. Right now, I'm risk off and waiting for the market to give me decision. I hope you guys all had a great week. Everybody have a fabulous weekend. Get out, relax, enjoy. Forget the markets for the weekend. Next week's a new week. There'll be new trades to make and money to be made. Catch you guys then.